Hey Capricorn, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, March 26th to Sunday, April 1st, 2018. Now before we get started, I just wanted to let you all know I will be doing a April webinar for this month on Thursday, March 29th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time if you are interested in joining. There I will be talking about what April's all about and some of the biggest alignments of the month. That includes Saturn and Pluto both going retrograde, Chiron moving into Aries, and Venus, of course, moving into its home sign of Taurus, which I do like very much. All right, what I see this month being all about is really the transition month from an old life, an old way of doing things, and really beginning to step into a new one where we feel much better, much more stable, and much more lighthearted with everything that's going on. And this month is the month where we make the switch. It may require, though, lots of dedication and lots of effort to make sure that we're moving things along in the way that we would like, okay? So if that's what you're interested in learning about more of, please sign up at the link down below in my description box, and hopefully I'll see you there. Now, Capricorn, for your horoscope. What we've got going on this week is the sun hanging out right here in Aries, which for you rules your 4th house of home and of family. So that's what you're thinking about. What's going on with your home life, where you live, with your family, the people you live with. So emotionally, thinking about your emotions, how you can just feel more emotionally comfortable in life, and how you can start to build a life based on something that really resonates with you truly at your core, okay? So that's what you're focusing about this week. On Monday, we have the sun, as it's in your 4th house, making a square over to Mars in your 1st house. So I think what you're trying to figure out here is how you can start to build a home life and work with your home life in a way that really gets you, in a way that feels right for you, in a way that understands the things that are important to you, and you're trying to feel comfortable in a life doing the things that it is that you want, working with home and family in a way that really gets them to understand you and the things that you want and the things that you're doing, and trying to bring those two parts of your life together. Because this is a square, it could definitely be a little challenging, but I definitely see there being lots of effort for you trying to work more with home and family, feel much more comfortable and more at home doing something or doing more things that are very important to you. Okay, so that's what we start the week off with. Then on Wednesday, we get Venus moving close into a conjunction with Uranus in your 4th house of home and of family. And what that could bring definitely are some unexpected things on Wednesday in regards to home and family. So because it's Venus involved, it could definitely involve a relationship, something that happens at home, a family member, something along those lines. Unexpected things could come up there. Or money. You have to pay money for a home, or a financial situation at home. Something could come up along those lines that could then demand more of your attention. All right. Venus, if it's not perhaps in a money or relationship way, could also be about what you value at home, with family, emotionally. Some kind of unexpected thing could come up. Because Venus is in Aries, a sign it does not like, because Venus also doesn't like Uranus either, this could definitely be a little bit jarring. That does come up on Wednesday, something that maybe you weren't expecting when it comes to your home and family in some way, but it could also bring great insights too about what it is that you need to have a better home and family and to start to feel more comfortable in your life in some way. All right, so that's on Wednesday. Then after that happens on Thursday, and on Friday we get the sun moving further through Aries, making a square to Saturn, also in your 1st house. And what that could definitely bring perhaps are some decisions or some choices maybe that it is that you're going to have to make about your home life, about where you live, about your home and family, what you do with your home and family, and about in what way you are really building something in your life that it is that you like. All right, coming in. Could feel a little bit restricting because Saturn, it can always bring restriction, and because this is a square, which could make it definitely a little bit uncomfortable. But I think if you do what you're best at, Capricorn, think long term, make the decisions, the hard decisions, then I think it is going to help you in the end. The way I see this alignment coming in on Thursday and Friday is at the beginning of the week, you're trying a lot to figure out, how can I build something in my life that's comfortable? How can I feel comfortable in the life life that I have. Then on Wednesday, something unexpected that you weren't planning on comes up, and then on Thursday and Friday, as a result of that unexpected thing that maybe you weren't planning on, then you have to make some more choices, decisions, and some commitments based on that information to what it is you really want in your life emotionally, to what it is you really want to build in your life, to who really resonates with you, and how you want to work with your home or with your family, okay? So that's what I see happening there. Even though there could be some hard choices, serious choices, or decisions that need to be made, I do think that there is some good that can come from it. That's because this weekend, around Friday and Saturday, while we're making these hard decisions, we do have Mercury also in your 4th house making a trine to the North Node in Leo, which is going to be in your 8th house of changes, endings and beginnings, and intimacy. And I think these decisions here that you're making about your home life, about your emotions, about what's important to you emotionally, is then going to help you to start to change your life for the better, to do some things you really, really want in life that are really, really important to you. It may also help you here to spend money in the right ways, spend money doing something that it is that you really like. Maybe it's financing a home that you're trying to do here. It can also help you to deepen a relationship, perhaps with a family member, or to grow deeper into life doing something that really does resonate with you. So even if the decisions are a little hard, and even if you do feel a little restricted on Thursday and Friday, I think there is some silver lining behind it all to help you step into a life that you want more, that you feel more deeply involved with, and to make the changes in order to get there, okay? So that's what I see happening this weekend. Then around the time that that's happening on Saturday, we've got the full moon coming right here in Libra. And that is going to be Capricorn in your 10th house of your career, your reputation, and your social standing. And what that can bring is some kind of ending in your career, or some kind of culmination. Perhaps you've had one life direction, one career that you've been working for quite some time, trying to do some things to increase your reputation, increase your social standing. And I think what this full moon is asking you to do is to complete that direction you thought your life was going in, or to start to more fully step into it, so that you can spend more of your time focusing on home, focusing on family, focusing now on getting comfortable with all of the stuff that you've been doing, and starting to build something, build the foundation in your life to support a career direction or a life direction that it is that you like better, all right? And I think you're already thinking about that for most of the week with all of these planets in your 4th house, about how can I feel more comfortable in my life, and how can I build a life that really resonates with me. But I think the full moon on Saturday is then going to help you start to focus more on building something that you like, and on hopefully tying up any loose ends in regards to your career or life direction, so that you can start to feel much better and more comfortable in your life moving forward. Okay, so that's happening on Saturday. Then on Sunday, what we have, so the end of this week into next week, is we've got the Sun and Mercury coming into a conjunction in your 4th house, and Saturn and Mars coming into a conjunction in your 1st house. And I think what's going on is, as you're trying to make some decisions here in your life to start to feel more comfortable in your life, to start to feel more stable in your life in a way that really resonates with you, I think these alignments coming in on Sunday are going to help you to understand better what it is that you need to integrate everything that's happened to you the past few days and weeks, so that you can feel more at peace with them. And I think it's also going to help you here with Mars and Saturn to start to make some progress doing some things that it is that you really want, now knowing what you're dealing with and now knowing what's going on. Right? And I think this week there's a lot that's coming up here as we're trying to as you specifically are trying to figure out how you can feel more comfortable in life and deal with home and family and deal with your emotions. I think for a lot of the beginning of this week, you're just getting more information about what's going on. You're just doing things, trying things. And I think at the end of the week, there gets to be a serious vibe about, okay, now that I've tried a lot, now that all of these things have come up, what can I do here to dedicate my life and do the things that will have the most impact and really help me feel the best that I can in my life, all right? So that's what I see going on for you. Now, Capricorn, your card for the week is the 9. I love it. It's the 9 of Pentacles upright. And this is, to me, I like to think as the card of like, how do I want to say? I like to think of her actually as a businesswoman, a savvy businesswoman, and she has worked hard, and now she gets to sit with like all her money that she's worked for and that she's earned in her garden and take a little bit of a vacation. I think that's what's going on this week. You have been working hard. You are a hard worker, Capricorn, and You've been putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work, and I think what's coming in this week, especially at the end of the week, is that things are starting to get easier for you to deal with. You're starting to feel like, okay, now that I've like made the initial cuts, like done most of the legwork, now I can just relax into it more and get more comfortable and really start to pay attention to my emotions and what it is that's important to me. And I think that's what's coming in this week, is where it's less about, I gotta do this, I gotta make this happen, I gotta put my life in this right place and people have to see me as this way in the world. I think you're starting to pay attention now more to your emotional needs and to start to feel more comfortable in your life in whatever way that is. And I see it being a positive time for you, especially if you put in the work to make the hard decisions. I think it's going to be a good time for you to feel more comfortable with who you are, with where your life is going, with what it is that you're starting to create. Especially with Mars and Saturn being in your sign. You, out of all of the signs, do the best with Saturn because Saturn's your ruler. So as to where some other signs may be struggling this week with these squares to Saturn coming in, maybe a tad bit easier for you to manage them long term because you are a Capricorn. So I can see that being a good thing. And then Mars as well being in your sign, and a sign it likes to be in, I think helping you out a lot this week, especially by the end of the week, to start to feel like, you know what, I have worked hard enough and I'm starting to figure out what I need now to feel better and to move in that direction. So I just like it this week for you, an opportunity perhaps by the end of it for you to start to tend more to your emotions and feel like you are being tended to in some way, or like you're starting to feel better. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.